Alright guys, back here with another video this time. We're going to be looking at the sort of a collection of all the ARGs that sort of went on this past week. This video's coming to you a bit late, but hopefully this will be just a nice little summary of everything and sort of giving my thoughts on what the different decks were and what we're looking at. It's a little bit of a... I want to get this video out to you guys, so as you can see it's more of a just straightforward format than I usually do, but hopefully it'll be fine. I'll just be scrolling through here. So I'm pretty interested in this. A couple things to note beforehand. I'm excited to see sort of the different things that are going on here, because before the whole Prisha came out and Prisha OTK, if you guys remember, it was actually a really healthy meta. I remember it being a nice mix of everything from Lumia to Charlotte to Fox and all the different stuff. There was a pretty healthy variety of decks, and then after Prisha came in, it just sort of dominated. So now we're going to see a little bit more variety now that Levitine's been banned, and a tiny bit of variety because of Echoes of the New World. But the main thing to note is these ARGs did happen right after Echoes of the New World officially came out, as well as just not too long after the Levitine and Horn ban. So people are still adjusting, I'd assume. Some decks might have not changed very much and still had counters to the Prisha and Prisha OTK, different things like that. And so they weren't maybe prepared for certain things like Lumia Hook, and so you see a bit of that. But I think going forward it'll become even more diverse than even these are. So yeah, we'll go right into it. First we have the New Jersey ARG. So this one, 12 people attended. You can see right here the top 8. The top 3 are all Lumia at this one, 2 of them being Hook-based Lumia. And you can see outside of those top 3, it's a healthy variety. You have Alhamat, you have Zero, you have the new Echoes of the New World Idrisil, you have Prisha, and another Zero, both of them Death and Taxes. But yeah, so that's sort of the start of a theme you'll be seeing going forward. Is Lumia Hook is one of the big ones, and I think people are just weren't ready for that. But going forward, I'm pretty sure we'll be fine with it, especially with people's side decks. So yeah, we'll see how that is going forward. But still, overall, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different rulers in that top 8, which is pretty awesome. Haven't seen that in a while. Next is Colorado, so that's a top 15 played, and the top 3 of that one were Prisha using the Jack and Giant combo. So if you guys don't remember, that's where you put Jack out, and with her passive ability, you try and give it swiftness and flying to hit into them right away to bring out Giant. Turn 3 possibly. And yeah, so and then second place was Fox, and third place was Aggro Prisha. And then of course you have Lumia Hook, you have the new Wanderer ruler, Swordsman of Fire. I have a deck profile for that coming out later. Charlotte, Val, and then Fox again. So once again, pretty awesome variety. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different rulers in that top 8. And Prisha took the top 2 of the top 3 spots, but it was 2 different decks, and neither of them were what we've usually seen, so that was pretty awesome. Ohio ARG, only 8 people attended, so, and as you can see, 4 of those people were Lumia Hook, 2 of them were Fox, 1 was Flute, and the other was Prisha. And yeah, this one's not too indicative of anything, just sort of there. North Carolina's ARG, 16 people were there, and top 3 was Fox, Lumia, and Zero. That was an aggro Lumia. And then the remaining of them was a Lumia Hook combo, the Jack and Giant Prisha, Fox, Book of Light, which is pretty awesome, and Fairy Alice, which is also pretty awesome. Melissa will be pretty happy about that. So once again, pretty great variety. This one we have 6 different rulers once again in the top 8. Just once again, we're seeing that variety. Lumia, you're starting to see the trend of Lumia is probably the strongest one right now because of her flicker ability, works with so many things. But it's easily shut down with dark decks running Abdul, blue decks running Lunar Lake, Prison of the Lunar Lake, or just running a mono deck that doesn't have special magic stones or anything like that. So Florida, 18 people attended to that one. That one had Fox, Alhamat, and Fairy Alice once again in the top 3 this time. So maybe there's something there with Fairy Alice that maybe Facing can't deliver on, that maybe I'll let Melissa know. The rest of them was the Jack Giant Prisha once again, and Fox, Lumia Hook, the Echoes of the New World Idrisil, and the Green Dragon from Bingo 3. So yeah, I'd be curious to look if those Fairy Alice decks were kind of similar. As far as the Prisha Jack Giant combo, that's pretty easy to counter just by having a Resonator out with flying. So, yeah. Illinois ARG had 18 people. So this one, now I realize that I'm pretty sure Oscar didn't put these in the order of the top 8. So maybe when I was saying top 3, that doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter too much because I guess I'm going out of order anyways. But it says the winning deck was 0, but this one had the Acolyte of the Abyss, so that was the Ascended Timeline Arsonist ruler. So that's kind of cool to see that again. Sylvia, I'd be really curious to see what the deck that was. As you guys know, I love Sylvia, so. It's pretty cool to see that in the top 8. Glorious from LEL, Prisha, Jack Giant once again, Flute, Charlotte, Lumia Hook, and Zero. So I'm pretty sure, unless I'm missing something, that's 8 different rulers in the top 8. So that's pretty awesome, considering especially there was 18 people there. So I'm getting pretty excited now. Richardson, Texas had 17 people come in. Alhamat won that, and the top 8 included 2 Prishas, 2 Lumias, 2 Alhamats, and Fox and Dark Alice. Dark Alice, that's pretty interesting. I'm sure Oscar was pretty excited when he read that. But still, once again, that's 5 different rulers in the top 8. Still good variety. Alhamat won it, so we're getting pretty good stuff here. Borger, Texas, so 30 people attended this one. So this one feels a little more indicative of stuff that might be happening, but also might not be because it's pretty weird stuff going on. The winning deck was Glorious. The top 8 was that Glorious deck, an Aggro Prisha deck, Lumia Hook deck, the Death in Texas 0 once again, 3.0 Valentina, Lumia, Gil 2.0, and the White Dragon from Vingo 3. So that's pretty interesting to see the white one get there, not the green dragon. And it's 7 different decks in the top 8, 7 different rulers. So yeah, that's pretty awesome that even with that high showing, we still had a good variety. Alabama's ARG had 15 people. Mikage won. We only have 7 of the top 8, and that was Mikage, Val 1.0, Fox, the Death in Texas 0 once again, Flute, Fox, and Wukong. Interesting to see Wukong there. That's kind of cool. Maybe they were using some of the new Wanderer stuff that works with them. So that'd be pretty cool. Only 10 people attended the Washington ARG. Kaguya won that one. The top 4 were Alhamat, Val, Lumia, and then that Kaguya. So 4 different rulers in the top 4. And then lastly is the Toronto GP. So this was sort of a pseudo GP, not a full-fledged one. We're not sure how many people won or attended total and what deck won, but the top 8 did include 4 Lumias, one of which was Hook, the other 2 were Dark, and 1 was Aggro. And then we had Fox, Prisha, Charlotte, and another Fox. Yeah, I don't know why I froze there. But yeah, so even that one, which had a pretty strong showing of Lumia, which is but that was still a solid 4 different rulers. But we don't know how many people attended there. If there's only 8 people, then once again, like that other ARG, it's not really indicative of anything. But yeah. So that's pretty cool, just seeing all those. If I have a graph, I'll insert it here, showing all the different ruler breakdown. But yeah, I'm really excited about just, even though this was so close to E&W, where we usually wouldn't see that much variety, and so close to a ban, it still was a crazy amount of variety of decks compared to what we have been seeing with Prisha. So I'm pretty excited moving forward. Still a little bit upset that it took them that long to ban Levitine. But just by doing that, it's already a much better field, and I can't wait to do an ARG next time that there's one around. And yeah.